Okay, what's going on, y'all? I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I'll be back in the shadows before you know it. Something was I was pondering on for some time now. Anyway, this is a perfect time to actually present it to y'all. So it's been how how we calculate the cycles of astrology and the zodiac wheel, right? And the motion that the planets rotate around the wheel. And for the ages, which is, the Piscean age as we just left, and the entering of the Aquarius age, these things produce the profit or the quality in the reverse order than the planets usually rotate. So what I mean by that is like, okay, if you've been following so far, we know the second house, which rules over personal income, productivity, right? Like revenue or something that is generated the result of what is done in the house prior to it previously, right? So we can use that same mechanism, that same theory, and now reverse it for the ages. So naturally, like if you do something in the first house, it gets produced or the profit gets produced in the second house, right? Now, with the ages, it goes in reverse. So, being that we're in the Aquarius age now, and this is how we could start fact checking it, y'all. Y'all could get in the comment section and fact check it with me, all right? So, being that we're in the Aquarius age now, we left the Piscean age, what we left is now being produced. Now, let's think about this, right? And I'm bringing this to the forefront now because of what happened on the award show last night. I don't watch award shows, by the way, but who can't? Who can ignore the clips that I'm pretty sure if y'all scroll through your social media, you've seen it by now. So that's like what everybody's talking about. So it presents the perfect opportunity for me to bring this up. So let's get to fact checking before I get into the details of how that happened or what occurred, right? So if we look at the actual Piscean age, which was the last 2,500 and 560 years, something around that, rounded between 2,500 and 2,600 years, right? I'm not saying that I've been here that entire time, but you get what I'm saying from what the history books have presented to us and what we've actually had the opportunity to observe ourselves. We know that there's been things relative to Aries that has been produced from that age. Think about it. A lot of war profiteers, right? War is ruled by what? The sign Aries. A lot of diamonds are ruled by Aries as well. So we can see there's many gemstones. Like in each zodiac sign has a connection with gemstones, and there's just so many more other than that. Like, and they're beautiful. But diamonds are like at the pinnacle, at the forefront of all gemstones, right? So that's another thing that's ruled by Aries. Athletes, or like the exercise regimen of athletes taking the action, that is also something that is ruled by Aries. So you see how much the athletes get paid, how much the Super Bowl and stuff like that takes precedence over like almost anything. You know what I mean? That's also ruled by Aries. Entrepreneurship, like the leadership, also ruled by Aries. So when you look at all of the mega entrepreneurs, these mega CEOs who have placed themselves in positions to earn much more than their workforce earns, you see those people have been put on the forefront on a pedestal, right? Now, that's all Aries energy. And during this time, what has happened, right? During the Piscean age, Pisces does what Pisces does. It lies dormant. It's in the shadows. It's being secretive. It's being tolerant, highly tolerant and passive aggressive, while all of that Aries energy was being produced during its age. And, for the most part, church versus state occurred. So it was like if you felt like you didn't want to participate in all that aggressive energy and that bully energy and that forceful energy and that oppressive energy, you went over to the churchman, right? You went to the steeple, you went with the pope in them, you got out of Dodge because it was just something about that didn't sit right with you. That's Piscean energy, but it was just dormant. And what else? Like surrender, that's Piscean energy, right? But you didn't really see the significance of Pisces as this occurred. Now what you see is the Piscean energy starting to surface and take action. Like the Pisces energy is revealing itself. It's not so much in the shadows anymore. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Now let's think about it, right? Like what happened today. Mr. Rock got slapped on stage. And I want you to look at the signs of the time as well. I wonder if the last name Rock has any connection to the Rockefellers. I'm just wondering because I know Rockefellers do have some type of connection to war. I think it's an Asian war to be exact. I think the Japanese war. And if you think of, and if you look at the types of roles that Mr. Smith takes, you got the Ali, who's the champion, the people's champion, who actually rebels against the oppression and stuff like that in real life. Dodges the military, right? The war draft in order to keep his, be who he is, stand on what he believes. What is it? I Am Legend, right? Goes against the zombies. I'm not going to get too much in detail about that, but you get what I'm referencing, right? What I'm getting to make sure that the cure, the elixir of life gets passed on to the right hands. That's pretty symbolic to Christ consciousness when you listen to the teachings and the readings of Christ. Independence Day, right? Freedom must come at hand, you know what I mean? And at a sacrificial, well, not sacrificial, excuse me, but well, kind of. I say partially because if you've seen the movie, you know how the end was and stuff like that. But Independence Day, freedom must come, freedom is at hand and stuff like that. So it was like on center stage, like literally on center stage, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like this took place on center stage to show us the signs of what's happening. And please, as I said, get in the comment section and add on anything that I may have missed, right? So now what you see is these entrepreneurs, these leaders, these mega leaders, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read an article not too long ago about a lot of CEOs from a lot of big companies stepping down. They stepped down. I don't know the detailed reasons and stuff like that. Y'all might know if y'all follow that stuff. I just know I paid attention to that particular part. So that's like a breaking away of all of the Aries energy that was in the air, and it's making way for this Piscean energy that's coming in the air. So, we're in the Aquarius age, and here it is. People are more sensitive now. So what you've noticed, what you've also could pay attention to, and fact check this, is comedians have been having it real rough lately. Like every time you turn around, a comedian is under fire on Twitter, the Twitterverse, or whatever different platform you can think of. The news everywhere. It's on Vlad TV, wherever. Comedians are under fire for the things that they're saying. Dave Chappelle all of the time now, right? Always under fire for things that they are saying. And you got some old timers and stuff. I'm not even gonna call them old timers. I would guess I say Generation X. Even people in my generation that are just like, oh, everybody's wussies, everybody's pussies. Nobody knows how to take a joke or take a punch and this, that, and third. And it's just like, they're not getting it. But now that this Piscean energy is surfacing, it reminds me of the teachings of Christ as well, that says vengeance is the Lord's. And I'm kind of saying that it's being acted out through the people of the universe, of the earth, in some type of symbolic way or analogical way, because it's like all of the signs are being put in front of our face. So if you think something was rude about what happened preceding the violence, then that's something that should be checked on. That's something that should be checked. So I remember, if y'all follow one of the videos that I made before, and it was about Aquarius, and I was saying how like my Aquarius friend would tell me how to like watch what I say and things like that, because they believe that I'm so intelligent and I'm smart that I don't have to like use vulgar language and things of that nature, and I'd just be like, calm down, Aquarius. Like, I know what I'm doing because I'm Pisces and I use sarcasm and this, that, and the third. But now I see where it's going. I see where it's going. But still in all, like, I'm more careful and cautious to put things in my artwork apart from saying these things face to face to people, because I always had a sense of humility and a sense of understanding of people, to where I'm going to show the respect for you that I feel you deserve before I even meet you. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And then if something happens other than that, then possibly something else may transpire that is not so healthy, right? But my point is, here it is, these comedians are making jokes and stuff like that, and everything's not funny. Everything's not a joke. And if you're a Pisces, or you know where Pisces is in your chart, or you know some other Pisces, then you know that Pisces energy bites their tongue and refrains from doing a lot of stuff that they know that they're even capable of doing. And they don't do it for the sake of, I would say, for the sake of the times. Because look what's happening now. If you look even in the music industry, you follow their stories, you see that they are going at each other, and what they're saying is transpiring into real life, and it's going as far as death at a rapid, accelerated pace. Now, these types of individuals are supposed to be the hardest, most hardcore people that you can think of on this planet, yet they are sensitive to the core. They are sensitive to the point where they can't walk away from a battle, from a fight, from a war. They're at it, and they're going to look for you and find you and all types of stuff. They're using GPS for this. You understand? So that's a Piscean thing there. Another thing that's Piscean about right now in the Aquarius age is more motion pictures. So although the pinnacle of motion pictures, which is Hollywood, which is Hollywood, it's dismantling now because everybody's got cameras. Everyone can afford a camera now. So everyone's making their own motion pictures, right? So you see the Pisces energy being accelerated in that way. Everybody's got Instagram now, if they want. Not everybody, but I'm just saying, if you want to be a photographer, you get a tripod and do it yourself if you really felt like it. And people are starting to make bank off of stuff like that. So the old structure is breaking away and dismantling because we're in the Aquarius age now, which is producing this Piscean energy. You know what I'm saying? And the veil is lifted. So it's like, you would think during the Piscean age that these people were getting away with murder. Well, it actually was. I don't mean to laugh. I don't take that. It's not a joke. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm losing my sense of humor with the times. I'm telling you, I told my brother that not too long ago. Like, yo, I think I'm losing my sense of humor, but it's for real. Like, these people truly got away with murder through war and things of that nature, and because of the condition they've been so wired and getting away with it for so long, it's so challenging for them to just stop and take the gloves off and stop the war. So now those who are used to practicing it, well, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't know what they're up to, or at least I'm gonna act like I don't know what they're up to. You know what I mean? For the sake of cutting this short, I'm not trying to be here longer than 15 minutes. But get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you want to add on to this, anything, any signs or symbology that you think is familiar or peculiar about this as well. Get in there and just, continue fact checking this thing. Start a thread between y'all. I'll even jump in here and there. I still pay attention to the comment section. Thanks everybody, new subscribers. I see y'all. Thanks for everybody else who's still watching the videos, going back, watching old ones and stuff, brushing up your skills and things of that nature. I'm around. I'm just in the shadows. I'm doing other stuff. All right, y'all. One.